I got a lot of sense.
Welcome to episode 423 of Fourth and Jawn. I'm Gail Saunders here with Evan Hollywood Hearn and Mr. Tim Kincaid. We're talking about this, people have been on the timeline talking about something. They've been talking about this damn schedule. Shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles for winning the Super Bowl, already put it into existence. So that's what's going to happen. The schedule release is going to happen, I believe, around 8 o'clock. But, the internet be interneting. And stuff leaks, and then you get people online. This is the first year I didn't really leak out stuff because I got tired of listening to people in the comments. Could you guys stop doing this? Could you stop leaking the schedule?
So we decided we're going to go early on the show.
So we're going to leak it live. We're going to leak it live. This is what we've seen, and then I got a confirmation that what we saw on the timeline, this is from a beat writer, that what we saw on the timeline was actually correct. So
your sources.
So my sources have said this is the
Do you think that this could be a potential John Lynch experiment, like how he did during the draft, where he said he was going to and maybe all of a sudden the fake Eagles schedule gets leaked?
You pull a fast one on us?
I don't know.
Well, with that being said, we're going to just go ahead and go.
I would love that because I'm not feeling the schedule.
we're just going to go ahead and go. All right.
Let's get it.
I've heard about week 1 for a little bit now. Coco Chains.
I'm not feeling it.
What is that?
What is that?
So for those people that are listening on the podcast, we just played a little clip of some of the said games. The week 1. Was anyone surprised by week 1?
I don't know how you could be, considering this is the one that this is one of the big games the NFL's been promoting, going international. Mr. Saunders going to be touching ground down the southern hemisphere.
Right.
I'm a little concerned with the schedule here. If I'm going to be honest, just
the opposite reaction.
Yeah, you weren't concerned. I'm just saying
I actually like the schedule
from a traveling perspective. If
I'm the week 5 bye, that's the thing.
Going to Brazil, and then you come home, and then you got the Falcons at home, and then I got to get back on a plane and go down to New Orleans, and then stay in New Orleans, and then drive to Tampa.
Yo, that's gonna be lit though. If you think about it,
by week 5, my shot could have been shot.
If your plan is to go all the way from Tampa to New Orleans or vice versa, that's a road trip right there for the true traveler diehards. You know what I mean? If you want to check out the southern part of the country, watch out for alligator.
Shout out to Robert in the chat. Mob 43 is in the building. Mark Bird, no days off. This is impromptu. But we felt the need to talk about it. I figure that the schedule release has been botched, sort of like the Kelly Green jersey release. We didn't leak them.
It wasn't us.
That was not us. Yeah. Peasy's in here. He says, "Go Birds." We got Rack Shack. He said, "What's up, Bird Gang?" Peasy says, "Who's going to the Rams game?"
Back in LA again.
This guy.
I think
see you in LA.
But I'm saying it's LA in December, right?
Well,
yeah. Still LA.
Well, we had LA in December when Carson tore his ACL, and that was beautiful. It was nice.
You were there for that game, were you not, Gil?
Yeah.
But so what was the temperature? I mean, I'm sure bad. You had to, huh?
I was speaking with Aaron today from West Coast Swoop Nation.
Yeah.
He was cussing up a storm. He said, "You're going to come to LA in December." So
shut up, Jimmy.
So shout out to the people on the West Coast. Shout out to Marissa on the West Coast. Rack Shack says schedule is full of crunchy beer. A bye on week 5.
That's true.
That week 5 bye in the video you couldn't see. I had to take out. I had that meme where the guy goes, "Ew, brother, ooh, what is that? Ew.
What is that?"
Right. Didn't come through. So I felt like a week 5 bye is kind of for all the people traveling. You're going to need that week 5 bye.
Yeah. The U's of the Eagles fan base that's going to be at a lot of these games and traveling all over internationally even. But I think the week 5 bye for everybody else, Eagles included, is less than ideal. I mean, we've had I think it was like week 10 last year, and it was later in the season the year prior to that. I think that if you can get 9-10 games out of the way and then have that little week to sit there and recharge, that's what you want. But I don't know, man. Week 5.
I mean, it's just a little too early.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a little too early.
We played 4 games heading into it. I mean, the ideal situation. You like to try and split the season in half and use the bye as an intermission for the season, a midway intermission. But we're gonna see what happens, man. And it's gonna be injuries are definitely gonna be more of a factor late in the season. We're gonna need guys potentially to be playing games, and no one's gonna get any significant amount of time off.
Now, Davon says definitely pull up again for the tailgate in LA. That New Orleans game might be another one for me. I think the New Orleans game, from all the Eagle fans I've spoke to, they are excited about New Orleans. Yeah. I think they're ready to drink. I think they're ready to be out on Bourbon Street.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I've heard from local, what do you call local people from New Orleans?
New Orleanites?
Well, you got New Yorkers. I'm up here with the New Yorkers right now.
Oh,
yeah.
I got you.
Gator eaters. I heard they said don't bring any nice sneakers because the streets are dirty, so your shits will get rocked.
Can't confirm
Facts.
that. I mean, my girlfriend has a friend that lives out there, and she's been out there many a time, and high reviews about the city. Says they a really, really fun time, but Bourbon Street does smell like piss.
And watch out for snakes. They be having guys be on the corner having snakes on their backs and on their shoulders. But it's a great time. I love every time I go to New Orleans, man. It's all about the hand grenades and the beignets. And you gotta have some crawfish.
Y'all got hand grenades down there?
Wow.
Hand grenades. You gotta have a hand grenade, B. Like if you go to New Orleans, you gotta have a hand grenade.
Now, Barista chimes in. She says, "I'm okay with the 5th week bye to get it over and stay focused the rest of the season." I'm more about the players. Hopefully, I like that mid-season one. But let's see. Paul checking in from London town. He said, "What's up, guys? I'm confident we will go 4-0 before our bye." If we're going to talk about the schedule here, week 1 is the Packers.
Yep.
Week 2 is the Falcons, the new look Falcons with Kirk Cousins. Week 3, the Saints, or shall we call them the Aints? And week 4, the Bucks. And now we thought this Buck team was a fraud last year, and then we were
the fraud.
Ran into a buzzsaw. Now, which one of you said they were waiting for the
I was. That was me last night. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I was saying that I was really that was one because I look at this schedule and I feel like it doesn't have as many of the big time games. I know we're in prime time a decent amount, but I feel like as far as our opponents are concerned, like our primetime opponents, the Browns, the Jaguars. We in previous years we've been playing teams like the Chiefs, the Bills, stuff like that. So I think that the Falcons and I think 4-0. We could easily head into the bye 4-0.
I just don't see a gauntlet or the juggernaut.
Exactly.
That's what I don't. You know what I'm saying?
There's no tough stretch of the schedule.
Yeah. So like when I see it, I'm looking at it. I mean, it seems very doable games for us to win and favorable for the Eagles. To end up with a nice record. I don't know, man. I mean, I'm cool. I'm cool with the first four. It's the bye week that's bothering me. Like week 5, why couldn't we have it week 7 or week 8? Damn.
The other thing that I don't like about the schedule, again, people are like, just can't you guys be happy? I'm just being honest. Like, there's a lot of traveling. Like, it's either every single week you're out of town. Every other week you're out of town.
Not necessarily. I mean, to round out the season,
3. Yeah, by the end of the season we get 3.
You get 4 out of the last 5 are home games.
I mean, but then it's like freezing. We're talking tailgates, Ev.
Ooh, yeah, you're right.
Tailgates.
Tailgates. Yeah. Now, the first 9 games of the season, we only get 3 games at home.
Yeah.
We get the Falcons, we get the Browns, we get the Jags. In the first 9 weeks of the first, we're talking about Philadelphia.
Yeah.
The home of tailgating.
Yeah. Well, I think that the return of Doug is going to be a good tailgate. The Jaguars one.
Okay.
Week 9. I'll be looking forward to that.
Well, 2 years ago, that was terrible.
Yeah, I know. We need redemption. We're a different team than that now, though.
Straight up rain. It was a straight up rain and wind, right? I don't know. I mean, I was watching inside the comfy home.
The tailgate was pretty messy. I remember
the last time the Jags came in, that was one of the worst tailgates I have ever been to. I've never left the Eagles game early until the Jaguars game. I was sitting there like,
was it that cold?
Frozen rain.
Yeah.
We were out tailgating for like 4 hours.
That was earlier in the season, though, too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was only like week 4.
Yeah, like week 4 or something like that. Yeah.
Rome says, I literally might have to rob a bank if I want to travel with the team.
Hey, Chiefs-aholic. Eagles-aholic. What's up?
So this, I mean, I'm going to say going to Cincinnati is not a sexy road trip, but me being like a dork trying to go into all the stadiums, that's like, yeah, I gotta cross this one off the list. Anyone excited about going to the Bengals?
I mean, for the exact same reason.
Tough time with Bengals too.
Yeah,
we do.
There's really nothing about Cincinnati that I've heard that is a go must see in Cincinnati. Everyone's going to talk about Skyline chili, but I mean, how much chili can a single person eat on a single trip? Nice. So, Cincinnati, it's Ohio, man. I don't know what the hell goes on in Ohio. Football started there. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to Ohio. I got family in Ohio. They watch the show.
Cleveland Rocks.
Cool state.
Cleveland Rocks. Marissa says, what's the 4th and Jawn schedule? I'm not trying to go to Philly and have a 4th and Jawn off for the tailgate. Our apologies. We missed 2 tailgates at the end of the season for Christmas and New Year's. We had to choose. It was a family affair. It was a family decision. And then we decided, like, all right, and then we're gonna take it off. And then we find out Ev did another tailgate.
I did when?
This guy.
Later last year? Yeah.
I'm not. Prime's the one like, yo, man. Okay. But thinking about after the Bengals game, away games are the Cowboys in Week 10. That's a 425 game.
What's up?
After last year, you said you're undefeated down there.
Are we going? Is that a boys trip?
I don't know. We were trying to figure this out, man.
Where to?
Ev, where did you want to go this year?
New Orleans.
He's like, that's it, bro. I'm good.
That's New Orleans.
He's
I
like,
guess
I didn't know what you were talking about.
no, what trips are you excited
this
about?
is not
I mean, I obviously, like we talked about, Cincinnati's one that I want to. I think that would be a good game. Kansas City was one that a lot of people were kind of not looking, for whatever reason, not looking forward to a trip out to Kansas City. I get that, Midwest, they felt like there wasn't much to do out there, but I was looking forward to the game. I look forward to the Bengals game in the same way. I think it'll be a good matchup. And other than that, yeah, it gets pretty slim. You got New Orleans. You're going to Brazil, man. That's that's going to be the trip of a lifetime. That's going to be the one.
I think I might be all partied out after that.
I think so too.
The amount of vitriol I'm getting from friends. You're going to Brazil. You know how dangerous this is. I'm like, bro. There was a shootout. 10 minutes. Up 95 the other day. That Primo shared with me. A shootout. A Philly bus stop got shot up. A month ago. I'm in New York City, in the middle of New York City right now. It is what it is. Again, you got to live your life. But I'm cool with it. Maury chimes in. She says, I missed September 14th, my birthday game last year due to COVID. I need to get to a home game this year. That's not like the Cardinals game I bought from Prime. Ooh, which home game looks good for you? I say that Jags game looks good. I'd say the Falcons. This is a Monday night football game.
Yeah.
See, that's the other thing. You have to take a day off on Monday to go to the Falcons Monday night football game.
Yeah, at least it'll be at home.
But this is like, if you talk to your bosses like, hey, I got to take a week off for the Brazil game, and then come back like, yeah, I got to take it on Monday.
By the way,
and by the way, I'm going to New Orleans.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here, Eagles.
Yeah.
NFL. My guy.
What's up,
The original 4th and Jawn theme song created by my boy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shout out.
We were watching we actually watched Wentz get hurt together.
Really?
Beautiful moment.
Beautiful moment.
No, it was gut-wrenching. 50-yard line, though. Tell me the 50-yard line, still saw the game. Beautiful moment. I got a black and white photo. Yeah, beautiful moment. Jordan says he's excited for the home opener. Against the Falcons. Are we worried about Kirk Cousins at all in any form or fashion?
The Falcons, I think that is just a really horribly run organization. They just continue to make the wrong decision year after year. Them going with Michael Penix after going and spending all that money on Kirk Cousins, who's coming off an injury, it's just head scratchers left and right.
We got some young talent though.
He doesn't believe in hypothetical.
They'll also have a brand new head coach as well, so they're gonna be figuring their shit out. It's only gonna be week 2. Eagles are a very established team, I think, at this point. I really think that the Eagles should handle them pretty soundly on Monday night. I'm hoping.
Right.
Yeah, the Falcons. We're talking about the Falcons right now. The Falcons, that's week 2. When we go, that's a dub.
That's a dub.
The Saints. The Saints, I'm not worried about the Saints either.
That whole division is kind of ass.
This is the dub. I think then coming down the
who even is the Saints starting quarterback right now?
It's still Carr.
Carr.
Yeah,
it's Carr. Right.
Oh, what are y'all are like? Oh yeah, Spencer Rattler.
Then followed up, we have the Bucks again. I think that should be a W. It should be a W. It should be a W.
I sure hope so, man. I can't that's a team that just continually has our number for some reason. I mean, they had Tom Brady. I was willing to let it slide while they had Tom Brady, but Baker Mayfield, man, you're gonna let Baker Mayfield just destroy you like that, pick you apart?
Bro, he irks me too, bro. I can't take it with Baker Mayfield. Well, but that's a dub. We're 4-0 here.
Paul says he has the team going 12-6, but he said he might change that during training camp.
12-6. We got another game going on.
Dave Vaughn talks about Ravens and Cincy might be the only two hard matchups.
Baltimore is another one that I'm looking forward to travel to. I would like to go to that Baltimore game.
He's talking about week 13 with the Ravens. It's a 4:25 game. Mm-hmm. Cincinnati will be, that will be Bengals. That'll be a 4:25 game. Interesting. Who said they don't believe that they don't believe that this one David says she's like, I don't believe the league schedule until I see the real one at 8. Do you guys want to make a friendly bet that this is the real schedule?
I feel like this is a real schedule.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be.
This is because you know how I'm usually up on these things. Yeah, I felt like this morning took the wind out of my sails once I started getting it from everyone, and I was like, oh, come on, man, I don't even feel like posting the shit. Right. We're going live later.
But yeah, we were on week 5. We were on the bye. We're 4-0 heading into it. Mm-hmm. Hopefully, after that Tampa game, and then next up we got Cleveland.
I think it's going to be a tough game.
Cleveland's got a tough defense.
Mm-hmm.
They'll probably have Watson back at that point, right?
You see Watson's back tattoos that he posted.
Yeah, that was crazy. You see the empty Super Bowl? Yeah.
It's gonna stay empty, guy.
That joint's still going to stay empty. It's gonna be like Browns jerseys, but they had like 85 quarterbacks attached to it.
I wonder if he's got any secret messages on there on his back. Going into week.
You're saying that's a W? What are you saying there?
Huh? I think that's a W.
You think that's a W?
Whoa. Tone.
I think we might take an L right here. I think we might take an L.
Is that primetime game? That's not
first time. L of the season. You're going.
I'm going Browns. Their defense, bro. I just feel like their defense is stout, and I'm not 100% sold on Deshaun Watson, but there's some games where typical Eagles, they come out flat after a bye, and it is too late, and then we lose a game. I mean, so I think that's one of them.
Janae chimes in. She's like, I hate that the bye is so early in the season. Paul is saying that we will eat them for breakfast.
Who are you talking about? You talking about the Browns, or?
I think he's talking about the Browns.
Oh, okay.
I mean, the Giants are a new look Giants. They got Malik Neighbors now, bro.
Stop.
They still got the quarterback. I don't even know Danny Dimes, bro. Come on, bro. I'm not. No.
I say this because like as confident as I was feeling last year at the end of the season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it was horrific the way we lost. Horrific.
For real. Tyler Taylor, right? Wasn't it Taylor that beat us?
Taylor. Let's see.
Well, yeah.
Or
was it Da Vinci? Was it Da Vinci?
Oh man, Dalton. Which one were you talking about? Dalton chimes in. Shout out to Dalton. He says, "What away games are you most looking not forward to attending?" Away game, I'd say. the Commanders in Week 16. It's probably be cold. It's a 1 o'clock game.
Giants.
You think so? Yeah.
I want to see. I want to go to the Giants. I want to be at the Giants game to watch the faces of Giants fans when they
about Saquon.
When they see Saquon run his first touchdown.
Yeah.
Can they just leave us alone?
And I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna love it because I got Giant friends and coworkers. All my friends at work are Giant fans.
Mm-hmm.
They just every other week it's like, how's Saquon doing? It's actually a good feeling, but that's where we're at. So we have the Bengals. You feel like that's a tough one?
The Bengals I think is definitely going to be one of the tougher games on our entire schedule. I mean, they got a solid squad. Joe Burrow's a good quarterback, man.
I would agree with you that it could be a tough test for the team. For some reason, we have issues beating the Bengals.
Yeah.
Correct.
Who's the other Andy Dalton? Remember that game? Zach Ertz missed the block on Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No one's forgotten that one. But we have much love for you. We have much.
Gail, are you saying that your first loss there?
I mean, that could be a true battle right there. Some people will say the Packers will be. I've already seen Eagle fans say, "Yeah, we're going to take that L."
To the Packers.
Really?
I've seen some Eagle fans.
People scared of Jordan Love.
I like Jordan Love, but I'm not scared of Jordan Love.
They're a young team on. I mean, they got our boy Marshawn Lloyd down there, Wilmington native. Hate to say it, but you're dead to me now, Marshawn. No, but I can't be mad.
He did sign today. You see, signed today, right?
He signed today.
He signed today. Yeah,
it's going to be a shootout. I don't know, man. I'm really thinking that this Eagles defense is going to be a really good defense this year. I think between the defensive line, and I think it's going to be very similar to the year we had last time we had Chauncey Gardner-Johnson.
Except for the linebackers, you said you have no faith in the linebackers.
Got Devin White.
Okay. No, I feel great about the defense as long as Chauncey's back there.
Mm-hmm.
He's versatile. Can play in the nickel. Can play safety. He's just all over the field. I think
Jalen Carter has a monster season this year too.
Am I going to rattle the cage when I'm saying I'm still a little worrisome
about who?
The defense.
I feel like they need the defense. I feel like they still need to add a piece or two
to the front
and back, both. I still think we need a third safety and a backup DT.
Okay, understandable. Just being
real.
Okay.
I think that if you look at the 4 safeties we can carry right now, though, it's much better than in years past going into the season.
Oh,
right?
absolutely.
I mean, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, Reed Blankenship, Sidney Brown, and you could throw Cooper DeJean in there. Like it's pretty solid 4 safeties.
Now,
still need another.
Week 9 versus the Jags. It's an 8:20 game, Sunday Night Football. I think that's a return of Doug Peterson. I think that game will be an ass whooping.
Damn. Okay. Say with your chest, Gail.
I'm saying with my chest.
You think that we're going to be whipping the Jaguars' ass?
Yeah. But shout out to Doug for implementing the roll motion, which was stolen by the Chiefs and used in the Super Bowl over and over and over again. Can you believe that shit? If the Eagles could have stopped that one jet motion,
Sky Moore touchdown.
Jesus Christ.
What's the name of it? Peanut butter and jelly? That's the name of it.
That was terrible. I'm still
can't eat 1 cent. Can't eat 1 cent.
Still upset. Week 10 at the Cowboys. It's a 4:25 game. We usually split games with the Cowboys at least. We won last year the first round. I think we win at the Cowboys this year.
No sweet or 1-1.
I don't know. I'm trying to
bring out the broom.
I'm thinking that's a win, but I don't think that we end up sweeping them. I think that ends up being a split. I think Washington ends up being a split this year as well.
They did get good. I will say that. Commanders are actually good. They will be good.
Janae says Saquon running out of the tunnel in Eagles green at MetLife. Chef's kiss. That's going to be a beautiful moment. Paul says, I saw a Giants fan in London wearing a Barkley jersey, and I laughed. Then said to my friends that he still is depressed. I was watching the video of the Saquon Barkley fan who's crying. What are we doing? What are we doing? Joe Shane.
I mean,
money. Have you seen that video?
Yeah, I have seen the video.
You know what? Good. My bad. You know what I'm looking forward to? Hard Knocks.
Yeah. They're going to be with the Giants this year.
I am looking forward to seeing them more Hard Knocks, and let me know what happened. They go because we're going to see behind the scenes of what happened. Giant fans, if it's true what Saquon said, you cannot be mad at him. Let it go. Let it go.
Roberto says, "Hey, you guys going to the Ravens game? Go Birds!" Yes, sir.
I think I'm coming home for that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You might just if you ever want to see the marching band of the Ravens. It's some kind of like high school Bobo-ish, but they're one of the teams that still has a marching band.
He sounds like you're hating.
I'm just kind of bush league.
I like the Baltimore Shuffle. The Baltimore Shuffle is dope.
Hey, their crab cakes down there.
Seafood down in Baltimore is solid.
I'm backing up. Maury says, hopefully Joey B is available to make it competitive. He's had some injuries a few seasons. She's talking about
Mr. Burrow.
The Bengals in week 8.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on to the week 11, Commanders 8:15 game. Damn. It's another day that you're going to have to take a day off. It's a Thursday night.
Thursday game?
8:15.
Thursday night game? Yeah, they can have that.
You know, the Brazil game is Friday.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I have to bring this up. NFL, y'all grinding my gears, aka pissing me off. Okay, stop with the agreements with Netflix, Peacock, Amazon. Y'all, it's supposed to be free. Look, if you want, I want to add up all the money that I'm paying for streaming for a free football game.
Just say you're broke.
Stop bugging.
My bad. Just say you're broke, bro.
As I got all these Mr. Best shoes behind me.
I got 1,000 sneakers behind me, bro. No, but to be honest, that is getting annoying how they're putting on different networks. Like if they put one on Apple TV this year, someone could get pimp slapped.
It's wild to think about just how much money these games are really worth when you think about it, too, because Netflix bought the exclusive rights to 2 games on Christmas. They're going to be heavily watched games because everybody's going to be at home watching them, but $150 million for exclusive rights to 2 games this season. That's bananas when you think about just how much money is being generated.
Can you imagine like the Netflix beat? And then you're watching football.
That's gonna be reality, bro.
Well, actually, we actually met the guy who created that Netflix.
Oh, really?
Drop. He was telling me the story how he created it.
That's dope.
The story time. So we're sitting in the line waiting for Jalen Hurts to sign his jerseys, and we're just he's telling me that there's a scene in Kevin Spacey in that Netflix original series they had with Kevin
House of Cards.
Yeah, there's a part where he bangs the table
Mm-hmm.
at one of the end of the seasons, and they used that bang and turned it into like a drop.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah. So
if that's from that.
Yeah, he created it.
Interesting.
Pretty dope. Moral of the story is I forgot what we were talking about.
Oh, my bad.
I think we were talking about the Eagles schedule.
My bad.
Yeah.
Being a Paramount CBS Paramount person over here. Shout out to the brand Paramount. It's just wild that Netflix is getting an NFL game. This is bananas. This is not a good thing. Not a good thing.
It's getting crazy out here, man.
Netflix is taking over.
It's getting wonky out here, B. It's getting wonky out here.
I'm not gonna even say what I'm gonna say. Yeah, it is what it is. Todd says they said it could cost the fan $850 to be able to watch all the games this year, including a Sunday ticket package.
I mean, honestly,
that's kind of bananas.
The bubble's gonna pop, though, man. There's gonna be if you're gonna be charged, if they're gonna be milking everybody for this much money just to watch the football games, people are gonna find an alternative route in illegal streaming and stuff like that. And so that's what people are gonna end up doing.
Hey, if
I'm not directing them to do so.
I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm gonna put it out there. If you want some free NFL, I'll let your boy. That's all I can say.
Oh, you got a little plug.
Got the cable, man.
I got the plug.
Then you out here crying for no reason.
No, because I need multiple boxes. That's why I'm crying about it.
Rob Thompson, he says the good thing about this is because of the good thing about this, all the team's salary cap is going up.
Mm-hmm.
So we can sign a wide receiver 3 and Justin Simmons. Is that what you're saying? Don't they have games on Thursday with Prime? Thursday Night Football?
Yeah, that's Prime still, right?
Yeah, Amazon.
That is terrible.
Would you say get rid of it, or would you just?
I don't know. I just
NFL's not gonna get rid of it if they're making money off. Like these are just it's free sales for them, man. You know.
Yeah.
So we have 30 minutes to the big drop. Do you think we're clear? We're in the clear with the schedule here.
I haven't checked my phone.
I'm not. If I'm betting, I'm saying that I'm sitting here at 92%, just like our effectiveness rate on the tush push.
Why don't we do a friendly bet?
I'm 92% confident that this is the schedule.
I want to do a friendly bet. If you're wrong, you have to shave off all your facial hair. Jalen Hurts these. The amount of hate Jalen got when he shaved off his facial hair.
Yeah,
bananas.
Out of control.
He looks like a completely different person, though.
Hey, if I shaved off my facial hair,
yeah, you'd look funky.
You were like, who is
Boy,
this?
Looks like a cue ball.
Samoan. You would not even recognize me.
He go from Timberland to The Rock.
Conrad checking in. He says he's going to the Ravens game. Rome says he lives outside of Baltimore. So yeah, I keep forgetting Rome moved down south. I mean, how could you be moving down south outside of Baltimore when you're a Philly guy who goes to? If you have never heard Rome sing Music Soul Child at an open mic, you haven't lived. That's what I'm saying.
I want to ask you guys, just based off of the there was a lot of talk last year when we were doing this show about the gauntlet. Everybody said how we're going to have that gauntlet midway through the year. So, like, as you look at this schedule, what do you think is the hardest 3-game stretch?
Hardest 3-game stretch. Let's see.
I think I'm going to go week 11, 12, and 13.
Week 11, 12, and 13. That is the Commanders, the Rams.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I had that backwards. That's week 8, 9, and 10 is what I meant to say. Bengals, Jaguars, Cowboys.
I agree with you.
Bengals, Jaguars, Cowboys. Yeah, I mean, I go with that. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Or, yeah,
I do like that we're going up against the NFC South again, man. That division is just putrid.
Garbage.
PZ chimes in and says, "What do y'all think about the new word mark on the Eagles jerseys?"
It's grown on me. I still like the old one better, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things that I feel like it needs a refresh every, 25 years or so. You want to give it a no look.
I just wish they would have put a black behind the word, like the letter, like black or something. You know what I mean? Instead of
Make
just
it pop.
doing, make it pop. You know what I mean? They just did just Eagles and green.
Yeah, I went to the pro shop 3 weeks ago. Put on the Saquon Barkley jersey with the word mark. Didn't feel right, nor did the Barkley feel right. Still a little too soon. Janae says no. Don't agree with the bet. You're gonna look like a baby's bottom. So no body shape. Tim without a mustache and beard looked like Eddie Winslow. You ever shave your mustache?
My wife would kill me. No. She would kill me. The only time like my wife has ever told me to shave is when you and I went down to Senior Bowl and I had the I was like, yeah, you come home, you shave. And I was like, trying to do the James Harden.
Good question here.
Welcome,
actually,
Giovanni.
Shout out to Giovanni in the building. New here. Make sure you're subscribed. Join the community. Come to a tailgate. I'm trying to sell you real quick, but I appreciate you coming in to talk about the Eagles. Obviously, you got to be excited for the schedule release. You should be.
Dude, I mean, I know we were talking yesterday. We were talking about how the NFL was talking about strength of schedule and everybody's opponents. I said that I don't put a lot of stock into that because I think a lot of teams are going to change. But, I mean, as I look at the schedule released today and my only knowledge is of what I saw last year of these teams, I feel pretty confident, man. I really do think that we're not facing an opponent like the Bills or the Chiefs or like how many contenders or would you say that we are playing on the schedule? I would say the Ravens, definitely.
Ravens a week 13. I'd say. The Steelers have not been Steelering as of late. You could say the Cowboys could be in the mix.
I don't know, man. I think the Cowboys took a big step backwards this year. I really think that the Cowboys are really the third best team in the division this year.
I'm just being nice
to the Cowboys.
I just have to be,
I
guess the Bengals,
Green Bay. Green Bay made some noise at the
end.
Hey,
Green Bay should have. I mean, Green Bay did whoop the Cowboys' ass in the playoffs.
Yeah,
that was nice. That was very enjoyable.
That could be a pretty good game down in Brazil, man.
But there's one thing though. If you look at the schedule, I'm gonna be honest with you. There's only like 4 teams that made it to the playoffs last year that were playing. Packers. Jaguars make it? No, I don't think they did they?
I don't think so.
Cowboys 2.
Didn't the Browns almost
Ravens?
make it?
Browns made it.
The Browns made it.
4. So there's only 4 teams that made it to the playoffs last year that we played that we were going to be playing this year, and we got the second place schedule. So I mean, Cowboys got a harder schedule than we do because they won the division last year.
Right.
We never answered Davon's question here about what games do you think that they wear the Kelly Greens? I'm gonna say
it was
the Jaguars
random
game
last year, man.
Sunday Night Football. great opportunity to show off the Kelly Greens.
Yeah.
Are they allowed with the 3 helmets or 2 helmets again?
I don't know. Good question.
I guess that's how it all depends on if Mr. Lurie picks 3 helmets or 2 helmets.
I could see that, and maybe the other Sunday night football game as well out in LA. I could see that.
That has to be home though, wouldn't it?
You usually do it at home, no?
Yeah.
True.
They should unleash the white.
I would love to see that in an away game, dude.
That would be clean. Woo. And then Jalen had the SB4 Pine cleats. I was like,
fire.
That was a level of swag that I have never seen from anybody, any quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles. I was like, man's got a Jordan brand cosign, got the SB4 Pines, got the Kelly Green jersey. It was through the roof. It was definitely through the roof.
So as we're sitting here just kind of trying to forecast this season, I got 2 questions. What team on this schedule do you think we're kind of potentially underlooking right now? As far as like we think that, you know, we're overlooking them, I should say, where
Commanders,
they could potentially get better. I think Commanders is a good answer for that. And then the other direction, where a team that maybe takes a step backwards that we're thinking too much of. I think that could be the Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cowboys take a step back, Commanders take a step forward.
Yep.
Yeah.
They seem depressed, and I like it.
Yo, look at his face when he said, "You look like a villain."
I seen I had a waiter at the diner. He's like,
Yo, Gail, come get your boy, bro. You saying?
Oh, you wildin', but then you're
literally your hobby, bro.
Come on, Jay. Come on, Jay.
What are we talking about here?
That white jersey is the only one I co-sign. Heather says she is tired of splitting the season with the Cowboys, ready to whip them twice. That is a flex. Yeah. Remember the year we went to the Super Bowl when everybody went off and we beat them in Dallas the way that we did? Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
You think this year you think it's feeling special? Has potential to feel special just like that year?
It feels special, but I do think I felt like they got it right in the draft for the first 2 picks. I was like, yeah, that was needed.
Mm-hmm.
Shocking. It was needed.
And it's something that, like, we're talking about long-term investments. You know what I mean? That's 2 young defensive backs on rookie contracts for years to come that we think are going to be starters in this defense. So huge.
Chase says, new year, new teams. Who this? Can't underestimate any NFL team. I mean, you can't. I mean, what was it? How many years in a row NFC East hasn't repeated?
Oh, it's been like this entire, like since 2000, man.
2001, 2002.
Yeah.
BG's at the field game. Talking smack to somebody. Man, I was thinking about BG today, man. I was just like I was doing all the graphics for the thing. I was just like, this is our last year with BG.
Hey, we were privileged to have it though, man. 15 years is a hell of a run.
Last year with BG, but my thing is like you just want to cherish it.
Could we send him off like Jerome Bettis? Know what I'm saying?
Speak into existence. PZ asks a good question. Did the 49ers take a step back this year?
I don't think so, honestly. I think they take a lateral step. I think they stay just as good as they are.
And the reason why I think they'll stay the same is due to the fact they still have Kyle Shanahan as the offensive coordinator and head coach and GM, but their defense might fall behind a little bit. They were inconsistent last year, and now they have a new defensive coordinator this year. I think they might fall back a teeny tiny step. They drafted well. I will also say that. We'll see.
They got Gale's boy, man, Ricky Pearsall.
Yeah, Pearsall.
Pair him up with Ayuk and Debo.
A couple articles saying that he had a rough time. Like
he's having a tough time at camp.
My thing was with Pearsall, first is that's that was a little too early for me.
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
first round. Oh yeah.
For Pearsall. I was hoping third round for Pearsall, but then after the Senior Bowl, I was like, I'd like him in the third, but he's going to go in the second.
Mm-hmm.
So but they still had Leggett right there, and they did not choose Leggett. They went Pearsall. That was mind-boggling to me.
Shout out to Jose. He said he's slamming a blue moon for y'all.
Hey,
appreciate it.
Paul says Kelsey doing ESPN is awesome. That's gonna be weird, man. He's doing the.
How we gonna break it to Prime, man? He's still convinced he's coming back. We're gonna have to set him down.
Listen, it is so hard talking to Prime about anything. He thinks that Hassan Reddick is just gonna go into the Jets facility. He's gonna go, I quit. I'm going back to Philadelphia still. So like, I love Prime, my brother, bro. Like, but damn.
Yeah, Janae says definitely shedding thug tears when BG leaves us. What does the thug tear look like?
You don't know?
You gotta do a little thug 2-step and like.
You gotta have a Tupac do rag on. You know what I'm saying?
Do a 2-step and a cry. Did we get down to the end of this? We had the Rams. Yeah, am I scared of the Rams? Not scared of the Rams. I think that's a W. Another Sunday night football game. So that is 2 Sunday night football games between week 9 and week 12. You have 2 Sunday night football games. Sunday night football game versus the Jags.
And a Thursday night.
Cowboys 425. Then on week 11, it's a Thursday night football game. And then week 9, it's the Rams.
Hold on. That's week 9?
Mm-hmm.
So we will be. I mean,
the Rams is week 12.
Let's also really dissect this too. Midway through the year. So we're going to be coming. We talked about how we think Washington takes a step forward this year. Dallas takes a step back. We're going to be catching Washington on a short week with that Thursday night football game off the heels of Dallas. So that's only 4 days of rest heading into Thursday night football with the Commanders. Don't want to get caught sleeping.
That's kind of like a mini bye though, because then they got Rams on Sunday. Next Sunday night, the latest game on Sunday, week 12. And then the Ravens. I think that could be one of your toughest games of the season in week 12.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, week 13. And then the Panthers, I think they should annihilate the Panthers. Shout out to Miles Sanders.
Yeah.
Might want to get released and come back.
Running, bro.
Come up 95 and be our RB2 maybe. Then we have the Steelers. I think we also Steelers country. Let's grind.
Let's weld.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what do you say? Broncos country, let's ride. Steelers, let's weld. I think I don't know. I don't know what to think of the Steelers with a better quarterback.
I think they're ass, bro. I think that's a spiraling organization. I listen. I'm definitely being harsh, and I don't think they're as bad as I'm making them out to be right now, because ultimately Mike Tomlin is still their head coach. He finds a way to make that team have a winning record every year. They end up winning games they're not supposed to win. And I think Mike Tomlin is one of the best head coaches in the league exactly for that. So I think that the Steelers, on paper, you look at them, they're very dysfunctional. I think it's a team that you should be able to beat. But it's the Mike Tomlin effect. Is he going to have one of those games where he just he knows exactly what we're going to do and prepares for it?
Jose says, I'm going to a layup game this year. Need to get back in that plane with a dub. Shout out to Jose. If I believe if I'm staying correct, He came for the 49ers game. And I had to see Jose go home with a broken heart. He shed a couple thug tears. Mm. we broke bread after the game. I think I think people were drinking hard liquor too.
All right, so which game are you looking at for if we're talking Eagles tailgates, home games? Which game are you thinking is the biggest slam dunk for anybody that's way outside of the Philly area to travel to so they could see an Eagles dub? I'm thinking Panthers.
I mean, the Falcons would be the best tailgate of the year.
Think so?
I think so. Monday Night Football, week 2.
Those will always go hard, and those always go hard. Love those tailgates.
Sloppy tailgate. Like people, I mean, that's an 8 o'clock game. That means you're tailgating for 4 hours.
Yeah.
Sloppy. Are you coming to this game? Are you coming to that game, Tim?
No, I'm not coming to that one.
Shook one.
I've been to every Monday night game.
Jose says,
I'm
come
going
on,
to New Orleans.
Jose says, come on, bruh. Thanks for them shots of whiskey, my boy. Hey, we all had to let it out, man. But Jose had to go back to 49 country and deal with it. Hey, it's all good. Rome says Steelers had a great offseason, so I wouldn't overlook them. Steelers country. That's well.
Yo, you should make that in like a tagline for him. That'd be hilarious.
Uh-oh.
They just have you remember that awkward Subway commercial that Russ did where he's just sitting there like casually eating the hoagie?
Oh yeah.
Like imagine they just recreated that commercial, but he's got like a welder's helmet on. He just like flips the weld. Like, hey, what's up, guys?
he's like, dang, you're Russ. I was like,
oh yeah, I'm feeling dangerous today.
Yeah.
I said, I'm not going to say what I was going to say. I'm just going to be like, just.
Yo, he's mad corny.
He's so corny, dude.
But anyways. PCC is LA tailgate going up. The tailgating in LA, ferocious. We had a tremendous time. And the LA,
you climbed on top of a porta potty.
I did to get the shot, man. You got to do what you got to do. Shout out to Philly Sports Chips.
That was great tailgate. Food was awesome too.
It was great.
The party,
awesome.
The prep rally was dope too, man. We had fun.
Yeah. Shout out to Anthony, who's going to be tailgating. He's going to be at the Eagles Autism Challenge with us.
That's what's up.
So again, if you guys didn't see, we're going to be shout out to me and Prime and Anthony. If you want to donate, here's our QR code. If you can read that with the banner there, that is my donation code, QR code. We have Prime's donation code, QR code. He's out there with Sirianni. So if you guys want, hey, there's still time to sign up, man. It's a great time. Everyone's like, yeah, tell me about it. I got a date. I'm going out of the time eating grapes and cheeses.
Right. Facts. Every weekend. What you doing? Smelling flowers, watching the sunset.
I got my Argyle sweater on.
Life's good. All right.
Hey, man. Hey, gotta live it up, man. Gotta live it up, man.
You turn into Kenny G all of a sudden. I don't know what happened.
He's a big fan of the 80s love ballads, power ballads.
That's facts.
So we have 7 minutes to the official drop. And this is where we're.
Who do you think ends up having the coolest video for the schedule release this year? Which team? I'm not gonna lie to you, like Eagles kind of fall middle of the pack every year.
Oh, you know who's gonna be, right? Chargers. It's between two teams. Yes, Chargers, Seattle. Mm-hmm. It's between them two. Them two organizations always go hard on social media. I mean, they did the Bills. This media comms is hilarious.
The Bills put out some funny stuff every once in a while as well.
Who did the they asked like people like fake. They asked them
Tennessee did that last year.
Tennessee.
Yeah, they killed that year.
That was good. I'm interested to see what this year's reveal is going to be.
It'll be interesting. Shout out to Wicked One. He says, "Can't wait to see you all in LA again." Shout out to you. Philly Takeover Part 3. Hey man, it's a great time when you take over a city.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's we've been doing this for a minute now. We've been traveling for last
4 or 5 years.
6 years maybe. I've seen it elevate. I've seen it grow. It's way better when you're winning. Let me tell you.
And there is nothing like when you go to a different city and you are hundreds of miles from home and all you see on every street corner is just people repping the Birds. And my favorite comment that I end up hearing all the time when I'm on these road trips is like, God damn, you guys are everywhere. And it's just like from the town folk that just all had, there's a lot of people in these cities that they have no idea that they even have a football team. And then all of a sudden they just start to see a whole army of people in green just marching the streets in their town. They're like, what the hell is going on? We're one of the few cities that do it up like that, man. It's awesome to see every time.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great time because they're looking at you like, do you guys do this like everywhere? I'm like, yeah, we do. And they look at you like in the it's usually in the elevators. Like, I guess you guys are Eagle fans. Like, yeah, we are.
We're just sitting there all green, chains on, shit.
You're a grown man with a jersey. Yeah,
his mask on.
Grown man with a jersey on.
Arizona people. Arizona's the worst, bro.
This is my guy Prime with the mask on, and Prime takes his helmet off, and they're like, okay. Shout out to Heather. She asked, Gail, is this the same New York hotel with the naked people? That would be correct. See all those lights? Those are all the people
that be fucking?
Who those are all the people who just left their blinds open.
Yo, y'all are wild.
So if you do the math, that's only a quarter of the hotels there. All those things are open, and they don't know that I'm here working.
What's those binoculars behind you, pal?
Working. we be working. Now we are 4 minutes
Evan
away.
Evan wants to know that. Evan wants to know if can you get the what is it called? The hot spot, the one room with the spot. What's that? The game. The game. We were doing the podcast, and he was like left hand red.
Oh, Twister.
Twister.
Yeah, get in the Twister room.
Get in the Twister room.
Left hand red.
That was hilarious.
Shout out to all you 400 crazy people in here waiting for the schedule release to drop. It's not as exciting as Christmas. Now we got $3.99. It's bullshit.
Jose says he got dropped off at Gino Steaks at like 7 a.m. and walked all the way to the stadium. I had people that live next to the stadium come out and tell me "Go Birds, best experience ever." I mean, on an Eagles game day, that's the type of shit that's going to go on in Philadelphia. I just want to let everybody know that's traveling out here, you can get dropped off a lot closer to the stadium than Gino Steaks. That's quite a hike.
That's a hike, bro.
Make sure you get an Evan cheesesteak.
Yeah, get an Evan cheesesteak.
Evan cheesesteaks. Phenomenal.
Yes.
Paul Wade says Eagles Nation, Phillies Nation are worldwide. Didn't they have a London Phillies trip recently?
Aren't they going this summer, I believe?
Oh, man. I think they already went.
They already went?
Maybe I'm making shit up.
Yeah, I think that it's in the future.
BDB says, when are Brazil game tickets going on sale? I'm not sure yet. But I know if you, if you sign up with the Philly Sports Trips, they'll take care of all your tickets and the flight, everything included. 5-star hotels on the beach. We'll be in Rio first, and then we hit Sao Paulo. We have some Cambrinas. We're gonna have a great time drinking the Brazilian drinks. It was like, if I gotta hear about the Brazil trip one more time, I'm gonna put a pencil in your eye. Hey, don't be hating.
I'm not hating. I'm
just kidding.
I'm excited for.
It was like, Me be stuffed on a plane? Psh, yeah, right.
Yo, how many hours that flight? 10,
Long.
12?
That'll be my longest flight ever.
Yeah, dude.
15 hours.
Oh goodness, I don't even know.
And what's wild too is that Gail will fight to the death for the aisle seat too. So I'd be, I'd be me with my bathroom situation. Just
I have a claustrophobic thing, and being on the inside.
I got an astrophobic.
Yo, Ev is off the chain today.
Yo, you're wilding out today.
Hello, motherfucker.
I mean, I'm telling you, wilding out tonight. The schedule release has got Evan off his rocker. We got 1 minute to the schedule release drops.
Are we?
Are we making any bets?
All right. So final bets. Final bets. Is the schedule release accurate? I'm switching my vote. Going no. I think no. I think that it's going to be 90% accurate, but there's going to be one or two games that are actually inaccurate.
Are we doing a facial hair shave bet?
No, I'm not shaving.
We can do it, but I'm only gonna. I have to go to a goatee. I can't shave it all off, bro. My wife.
We're talking about like.
Nah, she'll kill me, bro. I can't do it.
I'm not shaving my face.
This
is just a friendly gentleman's wager. It's 8:00, folks.
What are you drinking, Evan?
I'm on that. Some of that high quality H2O.
He's on that
Eagles official schedule per Jeff McClain.
Let's go.
We have the Packers week 1, the Falcons week 2, the Saints week 3, Bucks week 4, bye week 5, Browns week 6, followed by the Giants, followed by the Bengals, followed by the Jaguars. Then we got the Cowboys, Commanders, Rams, then the Ravens, the Panthers, the Steelers, Commanders, Cowboys, Giants. Wow.
No change, right?
Same.
No change. No change.
I got it approved from beat writer. I'm not saying what beat writer, but I got the approval. Not me personally, but my sources. So
well, I got to be honest with you. I'm over the moon that it is exactly the same, because then we would have had to re-go through the schedule again. If it was actually
right. Facts.
So for you people chiming in who didn't see the original video, might as well share it again.
Now it's official.
Since I spent all day. This is the new schedule release. It's a great time. Can y'all see that?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
We got the Falcons in week 2. Week 3, the return of CD Deuce. Week 4, please beat the Bucks, yo. Week 5, we got the bye. Who that, man? Week 6, the Rooks put on a show at home versus the Browns. Week 7, fuck Cop Hizzle, and we beat the Giants. Bengals in week 8. Week 9 against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Week 10.
Who is that?
Sith Lord.
It looks like a woman.
We have the Commanders. Week 12, the Los Angeles Rams in LA. Week 13, MVP candidates in the Ravens Eagles game. Week 14, the Panthers at home. Week 15, Steelers versus the Eagles. Week 16, Eagles at the Commanders. Week 17, Eagles versus the Cowboys. Week 18, Eagles versus the Giants.
You're going to have to explain yourself to who the hell that is. who that is in that.
That was Jerry Jones. Apparently, I thought it was a woman, dude.
It's Jerry Jones.
That's what I thought it was a woman.
That's the Sith
No.
Lord. That's the Sith Lord.
That looked nothing like Jerry Jones, right?
Is that Jerry Jones?
It's Jerry Jones.
Oh my God!
See, Dave. Dave questioned. He questioned. I would never steer you wrong. I always try and back up my facts with facts. Yeah, the leak is right. It did take the wind out of my sails.
What's that? The leak?
Yeah, because I felt it was too right. Once I got it confirmed, I was like,
like all of the waiting and the mystery of the day was ruined for you.
kind of. I mean,
You should have just ignored. You should have just ignored social media.
Nah, but everyone sent it to me.
Oh, my bad.
I was like,
my bad.
Week 5 bye. Now that's officially locked in. That's ass, man.
It is.
Week 5 bye is probably my least favorite part of this whole schedule.
It's trash. But you're complaining, right? So, what is your least favorite thing about this schedule?
It's there are a lot of people in this Eagles community that follow this team. It's a beautiful thing when you go to another country or another state and city, halfway across the country, you see somebody you just party with, and you vibed out, and your Eagles won. It's like it must feel like what being a roadie is when you go on some crazy rock. I don't know. Grateful Dead. Do they do that? Fish concerts. Yeah, the roadies that just go. But to go to Brazil and then have to come back for a Monday night football game, take another day off, then go to New Orleans and take another 2 days off, and then you're gonna go to Tampa.
I feel like you're dreading Tampa.
I don't want to. I don't know if I'm gonna go to Tampa. My aunt lives in Tampa. She lives like 2 minutes from the stadium.
Man. You've had bad luck in Tampa.
I see. Yeah, you do.
We caught a lot of.
Hey, what they said? They said Papa was a rolling stone. Wherever I lay my hat is my home.
Could be nomads.
I mean, I think the week 5 bye is for any fan who's been traveling, because you're gonna need it. You're gonna need it.
Right.
But then you're like, who's gonna actually be? I mean, if there's players that are on the IR or like injured, like you get an extra week to rest up. Sydney Brown.
That would have been my birthday tailgate guy. Big 3-0 this year.
Hey,
big 3-0, man. You're older than fucking Dallas Goedert, bro.
Yeah, no. Wow.
That's why that's his son.
AJ says my daddy's in Tampa. Okay. I was gonna say something, but I didn't.
Davon got the preseason games.
Baltimore Pats Vikings. Shout out to Davon. He says Baltimore Pats Vikings. I'm tired. I'm actually tired of preseason as well. I go to all those preseason games as well. I mean, if you caught that preseason Jets game, craziness where me and Evan were there, and the Eagles caught us on camera.
Yeah, we were with what's it called?
Trying to find that photo.
The great thing about this is when you guys are there, you do it for the people. You do it for the real ones. So we appreciate that.
Always do it for the people, bro. Yeah. 4th and Jawn is for the kids.
Wu-Tang is for the children.
What's the punchline, Gail? For the real ones. 4th and Jawn's for the real ones.
Real ones. I was trying to find that photo of how we got caught in the end zone. Me and Ev watching the damn Jets game that had no meaning. Yeah. Ev, when's your birthday again?
October
the exact
3rd.
date? October 3rd?
Mm-hmm.
October's already over.
So everybody knows.
Yes, sir.
Todd says the Tampa game is going to be hot. I went to the early Tampa game. That was the game where imagine going to the Tampa game, watching Deshaun Jackson get over the top of fucking Malcolm Jenkins, who bit the under route, and Deshaun Jackson is one-on-one with what's his name? Jalen.
Oh, Jalen Mills.
Jalen Mills. He scores a touchdown. He's celebrating the end zone. Bucks fans are just letting you have it, and it's hot as shit.
Game?
Huh?
Was this the Fitz Magic game?
Oh yeah.
Fitz was wearing the chain.
Yeah, it was awful.
Chain? Yeah,
awful.
Oh, he went off on us on that game too.
Awful. He. What game did Deshaun not go off on us?
Or Fitzpatrick for that matter.
If Fitzpatrick, he's went off on us several times
For many different teams.
See,
that Dolphins game was terrible.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Anthony's saying Tampa Heat September. No thanks. Even though I'm on the fence about going to that game.
AJ, you want to go out to London, or you just want the Eagles to go out to London?
I can't believe you missed that game. That would have been a great trip.
That would have been a cool trip for sure. But I mean, I feel like that's I don't know, going across different time zones like that. At least the Brazil one's in the same time zone.
Jose says, since our bye week is so early, do you think Sirianni will rest some players later in the season, almost like load management? Assuming we're 12 and like 12-2.
Let's get to 12-2 first.
Jose is speaking to these. Yo, because I mean, can you imagine? I mean, thinking about us at 10-1.
Yeah. I did. You can't take your foot off the pedal. If anything you learned last year, you can't take your foot off the pedal until you've actually absolutely locked up that number one seed.
This is the most non-anticlimactic.
Well, you're just feeling bad for yourself about how much you got to travel early.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I feel like he's just feeling bad for himself.
No.
Every Eagle fan would love to be in his position right now.
No, I'm saying for the schedule release.
Yeah.
Like we had it picked earlier on in the day, man. So
gotta take. I was gonna say, gotta take one of those. Is 12-5, 13, 15-4,
13-5,
13-4.
Can we be 13-5?
No,
I don't think so.
Not now. Nobody plays 18 games.
Yeah, we have
Yeah.
Robert says, I had a feeling last year we were going to get an overseas trip. I didn't think it was going to be Brazil. I thought it was going to be London. The Brazil trip really took. I was like, I'm not going to Brazil. And then a week later, I was like, yeah, I'm going to Brazil. Philly 843 Philly fan says, damn, I hate having an early bye week 5. They couldn't give us week 9 at least.
What's your guys' thoughts? I saw several Eagles fans discussing today. What would your guys' thoughts on like if there was a weeks 9 and weeks 10, if they did like half the league does their bye week 9 and the other half does it week 10, and then that's your buys right there. What's your guys' thoughts on something like that?
What was that? Week 9 what?
So week 9 and week 10, you would have half of the league would have their bye week on week 9, and half of the league would have their bye week on week 10. And then you get football every week still, but you're just a little bit light on weeks 9 and 10. Right. But then,
Or wouldn't they all just take a moment of silence during the week? I mean, the year. Like 1 year.
Just 1 week, they're all just off.
Everyone just meditates. Gets their chi back. Journey with Addy says, I wonder if Gail is aware that he smacks his lips constantly before he talks. I love this podcast, but that really bothers me.
Get on top of that, pal.
Damn.
You know what would help that?
Right.
I need a mic sock, pal.
Hey, that would help.
And Mike
But-
Sock would help that pop him for sure.
Sometimes you have to. Did I just do it again?
He did it again.
When you,
Now
when
that she
you
pointed out, she could be all self-conscious.
when you travel with a mic in your bag on the go, I'll bring the pop filter. How about that?
Oh yeah,
Like that. Like that.
He said yes. That's the first time I've ever heard that. But I'm gonna take it in. I'm gonna be a better man. Journey.
Anthony's got your back, bro.
No, I do have our negative comments are all about audio. Hey, since I'm gonna stop smacking my lips, Journey, give us a 5-star rating on iTunes. How about that? Deal?
Mike can stick around and share.
Someone was just like, if Gail doesn't stop, so we were remember we did that taste test? We had chicken sandwiches. We had a taste test.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's when the Popeyes spicy chicken came out.
Oh, that was a couple years ago. Yeah.
Somebody got really bothered and left us a really bad review
Because you were tasting chicken sandwiches.
because we were eating on the podcast. I think it was like a 1-star rating. But the
That'll knock you down, bro.
Chicken sandwiches were good. So
Hey, you gotta be smacking when something's good.
Journey says, awesome. You guys are great. I will. Thank you, Journey.
Thank
Hey, if you guys like the podcast, make sure you're all subscribed. We don't force it down anyone's neck. But if you like, subscribe, share with a friend. Let's see. Paul from London Town says Roger will never do that, Evan. Too much money. He will lose by having half the teams not playing.
I get what you're saying, but I mean, you could still fill out a full TV if you have 8 games going each of those weeks as opposed to 16. I think 8 you can stretch out and you could fill enough TV slots. Don't you think?
Most definitely. Yeah,
8
definitely.
games in 1 week. You got Monday Night Football right there, Thursday Night Football, and you got 5 games on Sunday. I think it seems reasonable.
Todd says it would make fantasy football easier.
Yeah.
Evan, you care about the players' safety.
I do.
Care about the players' safety.
Being a big, I used to work at Roto World, NBC Sports. Played a lot of fantasy football.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be honest with y'all. You could try it. We're talking about a fantasy football addict. I stopped playing fantasy football.
Yeah, how many leagues were you in?
Usually about 7 a year.
That's insane.
Good Lord, how?
That's insane. I go insane if I have 3 instead of 2.
Yeah, for real.
Because then I had to give people fantasy football advice. So I could always give someone advice because I'm like, yeah, I have that player. Yeah, I have that player. Yeah, I have that player. I still help people draft in some of their leagues. They'll call me up. It'd be like somebody calls you up. Gail, could you could be on the phone while I draft? I'm like, ever since I stopped playing fantasy football, life has changed. Life has changed.
Better?
I still play, but I have to play with money. I can't play for free. I can't do it.
Jose says, who was y'all's first mediocre receiver for the Eagles that y'all overhyped? Mine was Reggie Brown.
Damn.
Mediocre receiver for the Eagles that y'all overhyped.
I had a Dante Stallworth jersey.
Wow.
It's kind of gangster.
That was bad.
A mediocre receiver that we hyped. Can you say Kevin Curtis? He had a crazy he had a great year 1 year, but we did hype him up a little bit.
What about
James Thrash?
Hank
James
Basket.
Thrash.
Hank Basket had some nice hands.
Hank Basket.
Oh,
As did Jason Avant.
his best catch was not a football.
Yeah. No, it was not.
He outkicked his coverage.
He fumbled the bag though.
Mr. Cross said Pinkston.
Thanks.
AJ says, Gail, do you know Greg Rosenthal from Raleigh? Yes. I don't know him personally, but I know he is a Roto World alum. There's a lot of Lance Zierlein also Roto World alum. There's a lot of them out there. Damn, I smacked my lips again. Journey with that, he says, what do you guys think about that clown Emmanuel Acho said about you? I saw that the other day. I was gonna post to our socials, and then instead of that, I almost quote tweeted his tweet, and I said, I am tired of Gerald Levert sports.
Casanova.
But I didn't put it out there because I don't want to be that guy. But his tweet almost angered me to the point where I came out of my skin and called him Gerald Levert. If you haven't seen Gerald Levert, it's a great opportunity for you to go Google Gerald Levert.
He doesn't like Gerald Levert.
I'm gonna put it out there one day. One more, I'll give him one more shot. If he puts another Jalen, I just hate when I'm just saying. I just hate when certain people say shit about quarterbacks.
Remember the legend of Travis Fulgham? I'll throw another one at you. Paul Turner.
Hey.
Paul Turner.
Paul Turner, the what's it called? Training camp hero.
See,
Paul
AJ knows. AJ knows Gerald Levert. So I call him. That's my nickname for him, Gerald Levert Sports. So if someone else takes that, you know where they got it from.
Huh. There's another wide receiver, and we thought, he was going to be really, really good. That was probably Greg Ward.
Yo,
he did his thing.
I tip a hat to Greg Ward. I think that was. I think
Greg
Ward was a good example of. He was a pick yourself up by your bootstraps type of player, bro. Mm-hmm. He was
Greg Ward.
Yeah. He
was
a gritty player, man.
Have we overhyped him?
I think he's properly hyped.
Yeah,
I give him his flowers because we're talking UDFA.
And then he ended up being the top receiver that one year that we had no wide receiver with 500 fucking yards.
Exactly. I mean, and then the next year,
it's not like he ever balled out, but I think he was a consistent player.
He was very consistent, but the next year they were like, "Oh, well, we got this person, and we got Greg Ward." I was like, "Oh, goodness.
Evan, was Paul Turner an undrafted rookie?
Yes, he was.
Someone had a Paul Turner jersey.
That's wild. That's wild.
Hey, I have to admit, I do have a Travis Fulgham jersey.
Oh God!
What? Damn.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I have.
You bought into that hype?
I didn't buy it. My wife bought it for me.
In a cool tone, it says R.I.P. Gerald Levert. Yeah.
Sure.
All right. Yes. Paul says we did hype him up a bit, but he was just not that guy. Fulgham, I heard that it was an attitude thing.
Oh,
like
really?
After he blew up, I just smacked my lips again. See, I'm hearing.
You're self-conscious about it
now. Now I'm hearing it. I'm hearing it. It was kind of like he thought he had arrived, and the coaches kind of like felt a certain way.
I think a Whiteside and Rager could both be said here.
Shout out to Marcus. He just bought tickets to the Eagles Saints game already.
Marcus who?
Walker.
Walker?
Yeah, he just bought tickets. He just hit me up and said he bought tickets.
How much did he pay?
I don't know. I'm about to find out right now.
Shout out to Philly Sports Trips. We'll be heading down there. I'm going to give you a teaser. There has been rumored that a football player that you're probably one of your favorite Eagles players. I can't say who. There's someone could be your favorite. But one of your favorite Eagles players is going on that trip. And that is the Philly Sports Trips, of all trips, to be on.
The suspense is killing me, guys.
Yo. Hey, quick. Hey, so I'm watching the release schedule, right? And they got the Cowboys going 10-7.
10-7? I think that
10-7
is a possibility.
Yeah.
I also heard
Take the next step back.
Another favorite Eagle player that might be one of your favorites, who plays on the offensive side of the ball, is going on the LA trip with Philly Sports Trips. And I can't say yet.
Man, you over here. Oh, Eric Holland.
I think we lost Gail.
Yeah, we definitely lost Cal.
But yeah, I mean, schedule officially out. AJ asking Hollis. I mean, Hollis tends to travel on all of those Philly sports trips, so he'll definitely be out there.
Will you be out there?
Out in
LA?
LA? Yeah, I'm planning to go out to LA.
Okay, so we're gonna have the whole crew in LA then.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, just like last year. Last year was fun.
Exactly right, man.
Yeah.
We got the man behind the curtain once again.
Hey, there he is.
Hey, welcome back. This guy had to watch someone in a hotel room real quick. Decided to dip out of here. Snap a couple shots for later.
AJ asked, Hollis actually he's doing a live show.
We lost him again.
That's a good picture, though. I'm gonna get that.
That is
there.
a good. Please save that. That's a good picture.
Mm-hmm. Maybe for when he re-enters this room, we just get it right up on the screen. I think we might have to close this one out if Gail can't get back in. He's just looking like that.
Stars. He's
AJ hitting him with the cheap Wi-Fi.
Facts.
Hitting Paramount Pictures.
Paramount Pictures with the cheap Wi-Fi.
A company with more money than God. Let's get the Wi-Fi together here, pal. But yeah, you're saying Sergeant Walker going to be down in NOLA.
Yep.
That's straight up, fun, man.
Can you answer my question though?
What?
Oh no, not you. I'm sorry, Marcus. Answer my question. How much was it though? It was like what, 600, 400, whatever. Uh-oh.
This broke bitch.
Yeah. Wi-Fi ain't Wi-Fi today.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm with you. I need to get me a GoFundMe account too.
Yeah. Sergeant Walker saying 600 for 2. It's not bad.
Oh, he got good seats then. He got good seats.
Yeah.
No, he got money like that.
Facts. What's dope about New Orleans is you ain't gotta take the stairs. They have escalators all through there, so that's pretty dope. And it's dark though. It's dark as hell, bro. It's super dark. But I'm looking forward to that game, New Orleans game, LA game, and I'm obviously gonna come back home for one. I'm just trying to figure out which one I'm gonna come back for. I might come back for Dallas.
Okay.
Dallas game.
Okay.
Oh, I did last year, didn't I? I came back home from the Dallas.
I mean, that's always a big tailgate, man.
It is, yeah, the tailgate.
That one, I mean, that is a tailgate that you want to talk about getting down there early. I remember the last Dallas home game. I was blown away because I was down in the lots, I was down on Patterson to get into the lots maybe 30 minutes to an hour prior to the gates opening. And when I tell you that is anyone that lives in Philadelphia has been to the stadiums, Patterson is that main strip that runs right through all the stadiums. That is like a 6-8 lane road all the way across, probably four lanes on each side. All traffic was heading towards the stadiums. I get off of 95. All traffic on Patterson was heading towards the stadiums, and then there's people that are just trying to weave in between people, like traffic cutting through. It was the craziest thing I ever saw.
Right. Hey, yo, it was so bad. The Dallas Cowboys game was so bad. Me and Gail got there. Gail, we got there like 6 in the morning. We got there super early. Gail had to stay with the car. I had to get out and walk to our spot.
Yeah,
they're yelling at me, telling me that I can't save, and I didn't move.
Was that the game where the Jew pulled a gun?
Yeah, he pulled a gun. Yeah, that was the game.
It was crazy.
It was nuts, bro.
This is over parking.
Can't have shit in Philly, bro.
this is you talk about me being worried about Brazil pulling guns
over a parking
in
spot
Philly over parking for an Eagles game. Or an Eagles game. But yeah, man, I appreciate everybody in the comments showing up. I know it was anticlimactic with the release being leaked, not by us, but people out there. I still think I am still excited about the release, nonetheless. But yeah, before we get out of here, shout out to Philly Sports Trips for holding this down. Shout out to Bud Light for holding the tailgates down because we'll be doing a lot of tailgate during the season. So shout out to Bud Light. Shout out to Concha Hawk and Italian Bakery. If you haven't had any of their tomato pies, this year would be the year to do it at our tailgate. And shout out to Red Bull for giving us our tailgate wings. I think Evan needs a Red Bull.
Had one earlier. The watermelon. It's my favorite.
Okay.
Nice.
It's delicious.
It's kind of racist though.
Sound like watermelon?
This guy. But last word before we get out of here, Tim.
Yo, y'all know what it is, man. Go ahead and start planning. Get your take some money out of your 401k. Get to planning for the season in the year. Also, want to send a shout out to my daughter, man. Her cheerleading team took state, and yeah. So yeah, man. Shout out to my daughter, man. She's super excited. Now she's moving on to Orlando in California. So she's going to be.
Are they doing like a national tournament or something?
Yeah. So they paying for us. I think we're gonna go to Disney World. She got something going on. I'm a cheer dad, man. You know what I'm saying? But
love that, man.
Yeah, man. And I'm super excited. And you already know what games I'm going to. There's 3. So I already said it. Those are 3 games I'm going. And let's go Birds. I'm excited, man.
Yeah, as am I. We had a hot start the past 2 seasons. I think that we are looking at the schedule and we have the potential to start just as hot. I really think that that's a possibility. If we could rattle off a bunch of wins to start the season, I would like to say that would put us in a comfortable spot for the end of the year, but we all know how last season ended. So I'm just looking for the Eagles to not take their foot off the gas for the entire season. As I look at these teams, I see a lot of teams I think that the Eagles should beat. I think they're one of the best teams in the NFL, and I'm hoping we're talking about them in February in a positive light.
Yes,
Go Birds.
Ev Money being very positive. I like the energy that Ev is exuding with after this schedule release. Hey man, it's on paper. You could say anything you want about the schedule. At the end of the day, the games have to be played, and the Eagles know this. Eagles have done some soul searching. They've done some offensive coordinator and defensive coordinating searching. They went and soul searched and got the right draft picks because they've been listening to the podcast. Hey, I'm excited about the season. I always get geeked around this time anyway, but I'm excited about what I've seen so far. I think a lot to be excited about. I think there's a new energy, new blood going on at the NovaCare. I think it started and the culture is building with the new players. Saquon has got me geeked out. I think we've got a lot of weapons overall. We could actually, sign maybe a veteran defensive player, maybe a DT, maybe a safety, an extra safety. I'm just saying. Other than that, I'm pretty excited. But for me and the guys, shout out to Primo and shout out to Hollis. We'll see you guys in the next one. As always, fly, Eagles.